Accelerated text or graphic production is the first obvious advantage, as well as the relationship with foreign languages, which can now be translated at a speed never seen before, allowing for expanded communication. Among individuals, there is an accelerated and real process of globalization. Then there's programming, by which I mean both classic software programmers, the traditional idea, date, as well as the programming of many activities, countless activities. What can be sports activities, recreational activities, and activities in the field of education. Then, of course, there's research and scientific analysis, beyond many nice things, and even some nonsense that can be created and generated by AI. On the other hand, there's a negative note. AI, as described, is not without problems that don't really concern whether it becomes self-aware like Skynet. And it could kill us all. But in more trivial terms, it can be trained with incorrect data or data that contains biases, or that its functioning remains not at all. It's understandable and therefore scientifically non-reproducible if used in certain scientific contexts, or it may still highlight dimensions of plagiarism or fraudulent activities. And let's also add the aforementioned AI hallucinations, meaning the tendency of AI to make things up. And no one knows exactly, because large language models are prone to doing this. Sure, actually not very often. The likelihood is gradually decreasing. And here I add a problem. Young, let's say the case of kids in school who use AI to do their homework, giving up the cultural and creative effort that they should be developing themselves. Not to express, but to develop. But not only that, they don't even have the tools to understand if the text provided by AI can really be correct. For example, if I decide to write a psychological text with IAA, I also have the skills to reread the text, fix it, adapt it, and intercept any errors. This is because there was a process of study of the Italian language and then about the subject matter, which allows me to evaluate the text. But if the person writing the psychology text is an 18-year-old, for example, not even a child, an 18-year-old, how can they assess the actual quality of the material produced? Moreover, for me, the real wound is this. The true limit, the real damage is this. By not doing the assignment, they lose the sense of the assignment, meaning the sacrifice and effort that an assignment entails. The sad truth, I think, can be confirmed by everyone who has gone through a long course of studies and of all the books read, of all the things studied. In the end, they retain at most 20%, and that's a very optimistic estimate. What you don't lose instead is the building of commitment, of sacrifice, the method. And culture, as Umberto Eco said, if I'm not mistaken, is not knowing that specific piece of information, that specific notion, but knowing which book to go to in order to retrieve it. The loss for new generations of the ability to work independently and not mediated or entirely carried out by the machine is certainly a not very positive future hypothesis. But what could be the impact of AI technology on our lives, on our jobs? Obviously, speculative topics which I discuss here